Hello, everyone. Welcome to this quick demonstration on a GL budget versus actual using interactive custom report writer. This is more focusing on at least two common issues that you may encounter with ICRW. It's not more of issues, but it's more of what you can do in order to address these seemingly commonly encountered challenges with ICRW, specifically for GL budget versus actual object. All right, so let's have a look at the reports that we have in here. So firstly is with this one. So have a look at, if I edit that ICRW, you'll be able to see that report specifically we're in on the output itself. You will be seeing, let's say this one here, this is a budget, right? And I have here like uh, two separate, at least two budgets in here. As what you can see, I have here columns for budget 2 and budget forecast. So if we have a look at the defined page in here, and let's look for uh, budget in here, right? So we would assume that we have this conditional formatting wherein I would say that the book journal, is equal to like called another budget, and it should not be equal to approved budget. And similar to this one here, we're in using the column properties in here, and it's just saying that that field, the forecast two, should be equal to approved budget. It's the other way around compared to the budget in here. But as what you can see on the define on the refine page, you'll still see two budgets in there. So the whole idea of this one here is that, let's say, if you have a budget which is you just want to display it in a particular column, and probably another version of the budget, a separate budget to a forecast column, using all the define or refined page in here, particularly the column properties and conditional format, it seems to be not working as expected. So what I would suggest is that let's ignore that one then. But if you look for forecast there and we have the budget in here, what I would suggest is that if you click on formula, you can make use of the case when GL, in this case is that case when the GL budget, GL entry attribute book journal budget is equal to another budget, then display the GL budget measures budget amount, else it's going to be zero. So similar to that's the budget column, which is a budget, just making use of the case statement. And if you look at the forecast, if you edit the formula, then you can make use of that too, case when statement. In this case, the book journal is equal to approved budget this time, right? And just show the budget amount. So instead of making use of that standard functionality wherein, the conditional formatting is not working as expected, I would suggest just make use of the case when statement and just to display in here. So essentially, what I'm saying here is that if I go back again to the refined budget in there and refer to the budget field here, I will only be showing the formula or the budget that I've defined for a particular budget here and forecast as well, which is a separate budget, which is 50,000 in this case, while the other budget is 100,000. Forecast again is 50,000. But if you make use of the conditional formatting, as what you can see, the two budgets are being referred to. So these figures are actually wrong. We only want the budget in here, which should refer to one specific budget, while the forecast is also specific to a particular budget. And yep, so this is what you can do is that you can make use of the case when statement for budget and for forecast as well, and just read the particular particular budget a category that you would like to display on a particular column instead of making use of the conditional formatting, just like this one here. All right. So you will probably be asking, okay, why do you have multiple lines in there? Okay, again, the trick here is that if you remove this book journal budget, the reason being is that I just would like to see that. Look at this one here. We have another budget, right? I only want that to be displaying under the budget column, while the approved budget is the one that is to be shown in the forecast column. But using the conditional formatting, both information are displayed there, and these are wrong. So they should only be this case, right? And in order to get rid of the multiple lines there, you can just remove this basically. So if I click on, let's say, exclude column, yes, there you go. So the budget is 100,000 there, forecast is 50,000. Just ignore these two columns because they are wrong using the conditional formatting. And the actual amount is just being calculated accordingly. And you can just do the math basically just to what sign you would like to show in there. So that's the first common issue that you may encounter, that you can just make use of the case when statement in order to display the corresponding budget amount for a particular budget instead of making use of the conditional formatting. Yep. So another example here as well is that I think we've already shown that earlier anyways, but let's make it more precise in this case. All right. So I have here just simple budget amount, right? So which is referred to another budget. But yep, so actual amount is just showing multiple lines in here. Right, we just would like this to be like one column basically. And you can just make use of the refine filter, what journal you would like to see just based on this one here. The reason being is that at least, if you want the actual budget, for example, to be just referring to a particular book here or a particular journal, then you can just make use of the define filter under the define tab there. So I just would like to show this, so at least we will know. Maybe you would like to get rid of the commitment anyways in the accrual. You just want the actual posting to the accrual books depending on the journal entries there. You can make use of the define there. But the issue here, which is a bit of common, maybe not common issue really, but it's common like a question, I would say, that why do you have multiple lines? Let's say for the actual, I just would like them to be just in one row. So one column or one row will just be for the budget, and one row as well, the same row, just display the total amount there. So this one we've shown earlier anyways. So just it's all because this is being validated, right? The book journal entry here. Since these actual amounts are coming from the different journals, let's say for accounts receivable journal, general journal, or revenue recognition, or sales journal, or even in this case here, commitment accrual, you can just get rid of this anyways if you don't want to. But you can just hide this one. Anyways that you've validated that, yep, I have the correct journals that I would like to capture for the actuals, then there's no need anymore. You can just exclude column in here. All right. So as you can see here, that column is already gone. Then you only see one row, basically. I think this is what you would like to achieve, a particular account, particular location, or particular department. You have this budget, right? And the actual amount, considering all the applicable journals, then you just have the total there, or the net amount, basically. And you can just refine it further here under the define. How do you want to filter the journal in this case, right? And just like this one here, the book journal, I just would like to, not equal to approved budget, because I would like to have a particular budget that is being validated for this particular column. And more importantly is that, yep, since the actual amount may be referring to various journals, then might as well just get rid of the reference to the journal in there. You can make use of those journals just to ensure that you're able to capture all the figures relating to the journals that you would like to report to. And once you're done and validating it, or validating them rather, you can just get rid of that column and everything will just be in one row in there. So you have plain and simple there. You have the GL account, the location, the business unit or the department, the budget, which is referring to one budget repository, and the actual amount, which is the aggregate or net effect of all the journals that you would like to capture. All right. Hope this quick demonstration helps for the two more common questions or concerns related to interactive custom report writer, particularly for GL budget versus actual subject. Thank you.